Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we are so poor at making New Year's resolutions, we've decided to make New Year's absolutions this year. But mostly, we're poor at making art. My name is Ben.
And my name is Isaac. And that's right. We, at the Two Poor Artists, have given up on New Year's resolution, as should you all. New Year's resolutions are fickle things. They don't really stick, as the people say.
Well, and I think the main reason is because everyone is always trying to do something.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do this thing next year.
That's so hard to accomplish when you're like, I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
You know? Much better to just give up entirely.
Yes.
And say, I'm going to abstain from doing something this year. Which is why we've come up with a new trend. See, we're all about trendiness here at Two Poor Artists.
Yep, that's us.
By our cool gloves that we wear. But the fact of the matter is...
Yeah, because they can see the gloves that we wear.
I'll post them on our social media today. I'll post the gloves that I wear.
Oh, okay.
You don't wear gloves for Two Poor Artists.
No,
you're not trendy.
Gloves don't usually fit me.
The fact of the matter is, we've decided to start our own New Year's trend because everyone's all into the New Year's resolution, right? The new year, new me. This is how I'm going to change for the better. Look at what I'm going to do. What do you need to stop doing? That's what we're all about.
Yes.
What are you not going to do this year?
Yeah. Like, we have people begging us all the time to stop doing things.
Yeah, stop your YouTube channels. Stop drawing. Stop showing it to me. I feel obligated to watch because I'm your mother. You know?
Like, just constant.
Constant asks for us to abstain for absolution. So today, we are going to comply to a degree.
Yeah.
We can't stop drawing.
Right.
We feel honor-bound as poor artists to continue with that.
Yeah, for the fans.
For the fans. In fact, just today, we're out at lunch together, as we often do on Sundays. And a little fan approaches us on the street, you know, empty soup bowl in hand, please, sirs, I want some more poor art. And we say, but little Timmy, we're so bad, we're just thinking of calling it quits this new year. And what does little Timmy say? No, you can't. You can't do that, Two Poor Artists. I'm your fan, and I need it.
So we brought him to the psych ward.
Little
as
Timmy
is good and proper.
I say little Timmy. He was more like middle-aged Timmy,
Yeah.
But the point is, if they can show Two Poor Artists wherever it can reach him, it probably reaches some not crazy people too. You know, we have fans, as you saw from the Christmas special that we're sure you've, devoted 5 hours to watching the telethon. And here's the thing, though. We got to talk about the telethon.
Yes.
Right. Because the telethon has taught us a few things. It's taught us. Thing number one that it taught us is if you're going to do a telethon, you got to know how to do a telethon.
Yes.
That's thing number one.
That's number one.
Thing number two. It taught us that maybe telethons shouldn't be done to begin with because it's 2025 almost.
And people don't use phones.
Yeah. Number three. It taught us that maybe there's some things we need to change about ourselves. We need to stop doing, abstain from doing in the new year, right? People clearly don't like some of what we do,
Yeah, or else they would have given us a bunch of money.
We would have a hotel. We would have been celebrating today with, non-alcoholic champagne. And by that we mean Dr. Pepper, because that's what you drink in celebratory fashion.
And anything else would be a lesser celebration.
It would be a lesser substance. Yeah, exactly. So the fact of the matter is, there are some things we need to stop doing. Can you think of some things we should abstain from in this new year?
I mean, one thing it would seem to be the case is that we're not making a hotel this year.
Yeah, we're not going to do a hotel.
I don't know if that counts as abstaining because it's just...
Well, we're not gonna open a Two Poor Artist hotel.
Maybe break ground.
We might, the walls might go up. We might we might start the art for it.
Yeah, but it's not going to be open this year.
It will not be open this year because hotels. We're just. It's not even that we couldn't do it. We're abstaining.
Yes.
No Two Poor Artist hotel this year. What else are we going to abstain from this year? We're going to abstain from. Well, one of the things we get the most comments about from young Timmys on the street is they say, Two Poor Artists, I like your videos. I like them a lot. But why is it that it always takes more than 10 minutes for you to get to your drawings? You know, that's why I tune in. And we're like, little Timmy, that can't possibly be why you actually tune in. No one tunes in for the art.
Yeah.
They tune in for the witty poor artist banter.
Yeah, I've had multiple people tell me that they didn't know that this was something that wasn't a podcast.
Yeah, because they thought
that you just listen to us talk.
Yeah,
and there is no art to look at.
We do a pretty good job of painting a terrible image in the mind. You know, by being like, oh, what's that? Why is it sagging?
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's a woman. Like,
you don't need to look at it.
You don't need to. But really, it's all about the art.
Yeah, that's why we do it.
We do it for that reason. And they're like, maybe you should wait less than 10 minutes. Yeah. Like, start drawing immediately.
Used to just post our art online and let people look at it. And there was no hour-long conversation.
But then our pastor took us aside one day and was like, you know what, boys? He called us boys because we were a lot younger in this day and age. He said, you know, boys, if you guys just had a podcast where you guys just talked for an hour, I would totally listen. And we're like, wow, you know what? Let's combine the two things we're apparently good at. Art and talking. So voila, the Two Poor Artists. You know how many times our pastor has watched Two Poor Artists?
Maybe half of a time?
Maybe half an episode. We've had 2 of his daughters on the channel. That might have, encouraged him. He might have felt parental pressure to watch. But he hasn't really... And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that for the first 10 minutes or so, we don't get into the drawings. So we are going to... We're going to abstain from the 10-minute, waiting 10 minutes before we start our drawings.
Just drawings right away, intro drawing.
Just like the fans demand.
Yeah. That's what everyone
and the pastors
constantly asks for.
What else? I mean, see, these are like big things. Both of us, you and I both, are going to abstain from the hotel. We're not opening it this year. Right. We're not going to wait 10 minutes. Is there anything else like collectively Two Poor Artists need to just abstain from this year?
I mean, we could say we will abstain from like making big promises that are just that we have no intention of fulfilling.
I don't think we need to abstain from that one.
Yeah, I think that's like part of the channel. Like, I think people like that.
I think people need a hope and a dream, even if it's not their own.
Even if it's just a blatant lie.
So we'll leave that one. We're not going to abstain from that. I won't cross it out.
And we're not going to abstain from road trips.
No, we're going to do more
because that's apparently what we're known for now.
It's what Google knows us for.
Yeah,
it's what AI knows us for. But I think we need to set some personal goals. Like you could be like, I'm not going to do nose first style anymore this year.
But not doing that.
That was a silly example. Silly me. That would be silly. But what are we going to abstain from? Like, we got to keep the basics. No erasing, ballpoint pen, black ink. That's the basics of Two Poor Artists. It's basic of all true art. But I think there are some things we can be like, you know what? Not this year. Get behind me. Thing.
Yeah. We already have like some extra rules that we break sometimes, like not drawing someone that we respect. But we
broke that this past year when you had to draw half of Charles Ingalls.
But I think I think for myself, I'm probably going to add a rule to me. After that, I mean, for any of you who have watched the 200th video Christmas extravaganza telethon special.
Yeah.
In that, it was during the first drawing.
You came to a realization.
I came to a realization that I should not do perspective drawings.
I'm not entirely convinced that we didn't raise any money because you drew a perspective drawing and that it soured the whole telethon.
Yeah, that was one of the worst things I've ever done on this channel. So I think for me personally, I plan to abstain from perspective drawings.
So Benj is giving up perspective drawings. Should we give up things like should I give up something like I'm not going to write my name and age this year?
I don't think so, because then it's not art.
I can't do that, right?
Like,
yeah,
that's practically saying I've abstained from drawing art.
Poor art. Yeah. Okay. So again, too radical. Too radical. There's some foundational things, right? So what do I abstain from this year? I've given it some thought. I've done some 2024 soul searching.
Right.
You know, and I've decided it comes up almost every video now, and I think it's time to. I think we might be scaring people off. You know,
Right.
because they're like, what if he draws a horse? You know, like a horse.
Yeah.
I have tried drawing horses. We've both tried drawing horses.
And neither of us are good.
No.
But at least when I have drawn a saggy butt, it was on purpose to make fun of you.
Yes. The saggy butt horse will forever haunt me as an artist.
Because you were trying
I was.
to draw a horse.
I forgot how gravity affects the horse. And it sagged in ways it should have, okay? But I've also tried to draw horses that weren't the saggy butt horse, and they were
sock puppet things.
I tried to not draw the butt and just draw the head, and those were arguably creepier. You know?
Yeah.
They didn't sag, but they also didn't have souls.
Yeah, like I've drawn some bad horses in my day too, but I think you just not drawing any horses.
For me,
that's a good idea.
For me, I am going to abstain from drawing horses this year. From this point on, no more horses. I think that's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Oh man, I think it's time to start drawing. Is what I think.
Yeah, to fulfill our
because
that's an important thing that people get wrong. They always try to start resolutions like day of.
You may have noticed today is not New Year's Day.
No.
Because if you start on New Year's Day, there's a good chance you're going to give up along with everybody else. You know?
Yeah, you'll do it for that one day, maybe.
Yeah, you're like, it's New Year's resolution. I do it on New Year's, right?
But if you start early, now there's nothing that you can't say that because you've already started.
So I plan to abstain starting now. I'm drawing horses. We plan to abstain from waiting more than 10 minutes to start a video.
Yep.
To the drawing part of the video.
Right, yeah. Starting with this episode, this video.
This one right here. We're going to abstain from... we're not building a hotel?
Yeah, we're not building a hotel right now.
But we are going to keep promises we can't keep.
Yes.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, so we're right now going to make promises we can't keep.
Today's drawing is titled New Year's Abstention.
Yes, abstention.
Abstention.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it's a different word. New Year's abstention, not New Year's resolution, New Year's abstention. What are you abstaining from in the new year? You know? I think honestly, you know, we give a lot of good advice on this channel, but I think this is some of the best advice we've given. Don't make New Year's resolutions. Start today. Make a New Year's abstention.
Yes.
What are you not going to do? Think of all the things your family tells you should stop doing. You know?
Yeah.
Unless it's like, stop breathing.
And while we're giving...
Don't give in to those
And while
family
we're
members.
giving real advice, just keep in mind, if you say, I'm going to abstain from this, whatever, you know, I'm going to abstain from eating sugar, and then, you know, one day, 3 months from now, you eat a little sugar, just start again. Don't be like, oh, I failed, so the whole year I'm just going to keep eating sugar.
Yep, that would be bad.
I mean, eating sugar is not inherently bad, but that was just an example.
You know what we mean, probably. I just assume people always know what we mean. Maybe that's unwise. All right, let's see. I'm going to draw a man. Didn't say I was going to draw those. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. What's this man doing?
How different would our channel be if we just refused to draw humans?
I mean, it would definitely mess with our styles, our signature, beloved art style.
I mean, I could do a nose first carrot.
You could, and I could do a mangled hand anything. So,
yeah,
maybe I won't draw all humans today. You've inspired me. I'm not going to draw all humans. This is going to be a human. Because he needs to be.
What part of the human is that?
That'd be a fun trivia question, you know? Just take that screenshot, post it online. What part of the human do you think that is? But I'm going to clear it up real quick. It's the head portion.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for saying it and not trying to clear it up with drawing.
Yeah. Can you see him now?
I mean,
Can you see him?
not.
Like a mouth here. And a chin.
I guess that's a human
Yeah.
head.
Human. This is hair. That's probably why you're
It doesn't.
confused.
It doesn't end though.
What, the human?
No, the hair. Yeah. Now that you've colored it in.
Does that help?
Yep. It's
Guy
like
kind of looks like
Spock.
Guy Gardner from the new Superman commercial or trailer.
I thought it looked like Spock.
You don't know who Guy Gardner is, just Google Guy Gardner Superman trailer. You'll get someone who looks kind of like this. It's kind of like someone whose mom still cuts their hair with a bowl.
Or look up Spock.
Very similar looks, yeah.
Because and the main difference of this and a regular bowl cut is that it has sideburns a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what? What is happening?
Ah! Human features,
Is that his arm?
I think.
Oh, no, wait, is that his arm? Oh, what?
That's an arm.
Oh,
This is not an arm, this is the back. It's...
His arm is so far away from his shoulder.
I don't want you to think about this too much. I don't. He has some knee problems.
What is that?
Shorts, man, shorts.
That's not what we're looking at. Like, what's that line?
What line? This one? Or this one?
Yeah, that one. Like,
It's the top of his shorts.
what?
He's lying on his back.
No, I understand that.
Do you?
So wait, what are his legs sticks?
That's one leg.
Oh, that's one leg.
It's amazing how many things are resolved just by talking. Football feet! Your brother has shoes like this.
It's
Aw.
so bad. What is that? Powdering his nose?
Just it concerns me. It kind of looks like you know, like a when you pull off a chicken leg, the like stump of bone.
Yeah.
This guy's been hand mangled in ways that none of my
That's
previous.
his hand?
It was.
I thought he was like holding something.
You might. I get why you think that. His legs are perfectly lined up. His knee is just okay. But okay, I've conveyed
Both legs look like that?
He's at the gym, okay? You know, he's at the gym. Trying to. I don't understand this shirt I've drawn on him. It just has a hole for the arm. Like it's like you put on a potato sack and had to cut a hole for the arm.
Right.
You know, people do that when they work out. They like, you know, enter into a trash bag and go run.
Yeah.
You know, like if they're trying to cut weight for
Regular.
wrestling.
Regular thing.
Regular thing, right? So here's the dude.
I don't like that you said that's his hand, though.
Well, we don't always get our way. Right?
I don't think on this channel anybody ever gets their way.
Okay. So he's got a trainer. You know?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a trainer. A nose first trainer.
Oh, that's the nose? I think just because you draw the nose first doesn't make it nose first.
Hang on.
It's just like a duck?
No. Not a duck.
An alien?
Oh, this is a...
Its eyes are so weird. Oh, it has more eyes.
It's just one eye. That's the nose.
No, I didn't think that was the eye. I thought the other things were the eyes.
Hang on. Let's just get this settled.
I don't know if I want it settled.
You do. Trust me, you do. And I can go there. This is his trainer.
You haven't drawn the second half yet. You should have really had this going off screen.
Yeah, but no, because there needs to be more. Okay, there's that. This is the part where we just acknowledge that this guy, he clearly works out. You know? Look at that chest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a brick oven.
Brick oven.
Yeah, you ever felt a brick oven, man? It's intense.
It feels like bricks.
Yeah, it's exactly. You feel the, and I know what you're thinking at home. Because Ben's just giving me the same look. I imagine you're all getting the screen. You're like, hang on a second. Isn't that a horse?
Mm-hmm.
No, in fact, because I have abstained, abstention,
Yes.
from all horses in the upcoming year.
Right, starting now.
This is not a horse.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mule.
Oh.
Mules
I
are
see.
not horses.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see. It's shorter and stronger.
Yeah, as you can. Yeah, that you see. Now, this is the part where we all worry.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
this is where we all.
I've been thinking this whole time. This is definitely one of the better horses you've drawn.
Does it go down? Does it? So it's not going to go down.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of more worrying. Oh. Oh.
It's
so
solid.
bulbous.
It's solid, man. It's muscle. Solid. Behind of a horse. Oh, I mean, of a mule. I'm confusing myself. You know what a mule looks like?
You do know.
You know the
that
difference?
You do know that like the butt muscles are connected to the legs, right? Like you can't have it go that far past the legs.
Have you ever seen can you imagine what would happen to us if we hit the gym and we worked out our glutes every afternoon?
They would still be connected to our legs.
They would, but it would barely look like it. You know, like we could enter a room rear first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before they even see our legs, they'd be like, "Is that the two poor artists?" All I see is, two shapely hands entering the room. You know, that's what they call them.
I don't know, and I refuse to know.
It's just, they've plumped.
You know, there's a saying. Hair covers a multitude of sins.
So you're saying I should draw the tail?
I think you should draw the tail and see if it redeems any part of it.
And for those of you, I just know there's going to be somebody at home, right? Who's like, this is a horse. It's not. It's not. It's a mule. It's half donkey.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, mules and horses are very different.
They're much different, yeah. They're spelled differently.
Mm-hmm.
They look differently.
Yeah, they smell differently.
They're ugly. They have weird tails. They don't have like the bushy, They don't have bushy tails like a horse.
Yeah, but
These are the ones.
can it redeem this?
I mean, like this is like pin the tail on the mule.
Mm-hmm.
It has the tail of a donkey. Where does it go?
Right. It's not fixing it.
Look,
It's not helping.
it's fixed. It distracts.
it's not, and it doesn't. Is that where a tail would come out of a donkey?
Yes. Oh, this is a mule, not a donkey.
Of a mule?
Well, that's some hair.
It's just like a strain.
You've seen Eeyore.
It has some width to it.
He's almost, well, you just can't tell. It's a perspective thing.
Oh.
I didn't say I wasn't going to draw perspectives this year.
Mhm.
You know? Okay. But this isn't the end of the drawing. You know? Because back here, behind the mule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's lovely.
Oh, what part of the person is that?
You're always telling me I don't get nose first, right?
Yep.
You're wrong.
What do you mean I'm wrong? You always draw the eyes so far away from the nose.
She's so lovely. Isn't she? Look at that. Look at those inky locks. Yeah?
I don't know.
She's come to the gym. It's her neck. In a dress.
So she's not even intending to work out.
No, she's here just to... Woo, it's really... She's got a real thin neck.
Well, and then like a real weird thing attached to the neck. Like I don't even know if you call that a chin. Like I don't know what it is. Oh, she needs to work out.
I had to make that arm sort of match. She looks quite...
Like that arm is gonna fall off in any second. There's not even bone holding it.
It's like a string.
Like I don't think she has that arm, and then she just like tapes on a string.
There, this will fix it.
Is that one leg?
She balances out.
So she's like the opposite of skipping leg day. She skips every day but leg day.
She skips arm day for sure. I don't know what's going on with her hair. She's having a real rough hair day.
She looks like way older than I think you intended. Like she looks like she's gonna just die. And you say like she doesn't have wrinkles because she probably had got like what's it called? Like not surgery, like Botox or whatever.
I mean, maybe. I could give her some wrinkles, but she's not meant to be old.
But she looks.
She's
like her hair.
She's this
her
man's,
hair is so spindly.
She's this
her
man's
arm.
Girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his real elderly girlfriend.
She might have a couple of years on him. You know,
Couple 100 years. On
a couple hundred. It's a perspective thing. You wouldn't understand because you're really bad at perspective. You know, and
what perspective is that?
you know, what do mules say?
You'll say.
Mule trainers. They're like, you know,
Is that just the word mole?
mule.
Oh, that's a U.
That's a U. Mule.
Mule.
Uh-huh. And he's
So they're
just
like Pokemon. They just say their name.
Well, this one's different. Maybe he'll say this too. Tense? Let's picture the mule voice.
So he only says one word at a time.
Tense.
Tense mule.
Mule.
Why did you say mule?
I couldn't think of anything. Felt pressure to write something. Carrot. He's an interesting trainer. It's like a psychological training regimen.
Says one word.
Yeah, you gotta confuse the muscles, as they say. You've heard that?
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's like tense. It's like one of those. It's like the Simon Says type game, you know. That's like, you're like tense, and then the muscles are waiting to. The guy's waiting to tense again. He's like, "Do I tense now?" He's like, "Mule, no, don't tense there. Don't tense. No, it's just a mule. Carrot, tense." And he's like, "Oh, tense. Ooh, do the sit up, tense." You know.
Okay, I see. Completely makes sense.
Abs. 12 pack.
Does he know that no matter how much you work out, you're not going to gain new muscles?
What? How many abs are there?
8.
Are there 8?
Yes.
That's I thought there was 12. You get 2 6-packs.
No.
Like you can work out a 6-pack and it doubles. You know, the muscles split into 2. Mitosis happens and you get 12 abs.
No.
They just add 2?
You can have an 8-pack.
So you can add 2 to a 6-pack, not multiply a 6-pack by 2?
No, like you have 8 muscles there. So you can have an 8-pack.
Why are people always saying you can get a 12-pack?
Like of sodas?
Maybe that is what it is. 12-pack. You know, now that I think about it, probably.
You're hearing that at the grocery store, not the gym.
See? I'll add some gym motivation real quick. Because the background's kind of... Gym!
This is such a one-word place.
It's called the one-word gym.
Even the girlfriend's getting in on it.
Tense. Well, she's just like Henry. Okay, well, I mean, I'll give you the backstory here while I add some ambiance.
The backstory of the one-word gym.
Yeah. No, not in a gym. Everybody has a one-word gym in their town. But like, what's going on here, right? Because the title is New Year's Abstention. 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 You know?
Okay, yeah.
Because here's this guy. He's tensing his abs, you know? Trying to get a 12-pack. Tense. Sit-ups. Tense. Every time he hears tense, he tense from his trainer.
He tenses his abs.
He tenses his abs. Uh-huh.
Abs
Yeah.
tension.
Unlike the mule who's tensed his butt. Uh-huh.
Butt stension.
Yeah, that's a different pun. And so like he's at the gym every day. You know, he's made a New Year's resolution, dangerous things to do, to get abs, 12-pack. He's even hired himself the best mule. Like he saw this guy, he's like, if he can do what he did back here, over here, you know, like then I'll be set, you know, hired the best trainer in the gym.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a 12-pack for his New Year's resolution, you know? But so there, I mean, that's the pun enough, right? Abs tension. He's tensing his abs to try to get a 12-pack, but there's more than that.
Are you saying this is like a double pun situation?
Well, let me finish the story, you know, because we need to understand what's happening here, so we can fully appreciate Matilda. Her name is Matilda.
That old lady.
It's not an old lady. She's just skipped. She's taken everything from her arms and put it into the legs.
Yeah, well, no, I understand that, but then
It's called muscle migration.
Her hair is like
muscle. She just
dying.
Well, she's just gotten
and
out.
Her
Look, you can
eyes.
see she just woke up and she realized that, you know, she was heading over to, you know, meet Henry at the local diner, and Henry wasn't there. And she's like, I know where Henry is. I just woke up. I didn't even have time to do my hair. My spreadsheet's caught at the end here.
It's not doing your hair, and then there's balding, and then like spindly.
She's not balding.
Hair, and then her eyes.
Eyes are
like she's
it's early morning
for many years.
She's seeing this. She sees this every day.
Like her face is like melting.
Let me just finish what I'm saying. So anyway, she comes to the gym, and you know this happens every day. You know, like her and Henry are supposed to go out. They're supposed to get lunch. They're supposed to go play mini golf. Something that, you know, daters do.
Right.
And they, you know, he's always late because he's always here trying to get his 12-pack. You know, it's like December and he has 11, doesn't have 12, you know? And this is causing a lot of tension in their relationship. This constant absence of him to be at the gym to try to make his New Year's resolution.
Right.
So there's a lot of tension related to his abs.
Oh, okay.
His abs cause a lot of tension in their relationship.
Right.
Like, I don't think she's making it. I don't think the relationship's making it to Christmas, to New Year's, you know? Like, there's going to be a breakup. It's going to be best for everybody. He's going to get his 12-pack. She's going to find herself a better man. The mule's just going to keep doing what he does.
If she survives long enough.
She's going to survive. She's fine. Maybe she'll make a New Year's absolution to stop the muscle migration.
Or to just stop aging. Like, she's
Stop aging. Is that what your advice was? Stop aging? No.
When you're that old,
No.
it's your only choice.
Anyway, there's a lot of tension.
Like, it's hard to even explain how old she looks.
How do you spell abstention?
That's a good question you've asked there.
Like, I could spell it the way I think it is. I'm just going to spell it the way I think it is. Oh.
And just hope that it's
I
correct.
put the quotes around New Year's on accident. New Year's. I guess both have to be in quotes now.
New Year's abstention. Yep. And that's correct.
Okay, good. That's the gym floor.
Mm-hmm.
This is my name. So, it works. I got real carried away with the quotes and the apostrophes.
Apostrophe in between the A and the C. Can you even blame that on quotes?
I can't. I should have made an abstention related to my use of quotation marks and apostrophes.
Apparently.
Wow. This gym is a rough place. There's a lot of tension. Abstention.
The one word gym.
At the one word gym. With mule.
I'll save this drawing.
Like, in what way? Like, you're going to add something to it or fix it? You're just going to save?
No.
You're going to put it in the file?
I'm going to do the opposite of that and save it.
We have a fireproof file, by the way, in case you're wondering, where we save all of our art in. That way, one day, not this year, but one day when the hotel opens, we'll have a whole file ready to go. We'll give it to the poster team, and they'll just go to work decorating every room. It's going to be lovely. I just want to say, though, I feel good about this drawing. I feel good. There's nothing sagging. There's no horses. It checks all the boxes for a New Year's abstention. I do feel bad for her. I will admit. I may I can't even blame the hand mangler. Her hands aren't, they're not beautiful or anything, but like the arm.
The hand is the best part of her arms.
Wow, that's a compliment. That like the
I'm looking at it closer now that I have it in my hands.
But like, here's the thing. By the way, the hands. What was your compliment there? The hands are the most beautiful part of her arm.
I didn't say beautiful. I said
The hands are the best part of her arm. That sounds like something written in Song of Solomon.
No, his would be weirder. Be like, in her hands are like
To eat
the leg of a chicken.
Yeah. The leg of a llama. And the hands are the tomatillos of the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Solomon
was a better poet than us.
Solomon was one of the wisest people, but
It doesn't say he's good at poetry.
Metaphors.
Yeah, you can be extremely wise. Like, it was right. He's like, should I write a poem? Yes, I should.
Yes.
But he wasn't good at it. It doesn't say he was the best poet.
Like this, it's like what we do.
If you don't know what Song of Solomon,
should we draw?
Yeah.
Yes. Are we good at it?
No.
No.
Wisdom. The wisdom of Solomon.
I'm sure that the person he was writing Song of Solomon to appreciated that.
I'm sure.
And then Did she appreciate that it was put in the Bible for everyone to read forever onward?
See, that's the difference. You're gonna write sensual love poems for the Lord. You have to be real careful, because God might just be, if you're Solomon, you might, like, everything I write down, God could put in the Bible. Just be careful.
It's like an example of how you
God
could write a love poem. And
like,
it's like,
God's like, this is how I love my people, and you're like, but also, I think she was real embarrassed when she saw it in the Bible. That's all I'm saying.
like
she gets the newest printing of the newest Bible, and it's like the Song of Solomon. She's like, oh, you wrote a song. It's our song.
the one for me.
The pomegranates first. If you don't know what the Song of Solomon is, go ask your parents, and then use wisdom. Don't read it yet.
Yeah.
But let's move on to your drawing.
Yes, my drawing, the one that I will do. Okay.
The one you will do. Yes, that's generally how your drawing works.
I'm gonna start with the nose of a man.
Nose first.
Notice how the eyes are right next to the nose and not like a mile away upwards.
So they sit on the nose.
Yeah.
So
look at a face. Look at my face. Are my eyes like a foot away from my nose?
I'm absolutely certain that your eyeballs are not touching your nose.
No, they are.
No.
This is my nose.
Yeah.
This is my eye. I don't have to move my
You're
finger.
touching like the skin in between your eye.
But my finger
now
doesn't
you're just
have to
poking
move.
yourself in the eye.
My finger doesn't have to move to touch both my eye and my nose.
You're going to do this whole drawing with your finger in your eye? That might help. We've done blind drawings before on this channel.
We have.
You remember those?
We should probably do it again.
Maybe we do a one-eye challenge, like an eye patch. Pirate art.
Pirate art?
Yes, I'm calling it. In the new year, pirate art is a-coming.
It's coming one of these days.
So if you guys have any more suggestions, too, for art we should do in the new year, keep in mind it has to fall within the strict purview that we've put with our abstentions for the year. So you can't be like, you should both draw,
a horse
perspective drawing, because we'll be like, I'm sorry, we both can't do it for different artistic reasons.
Yes.
But if you're like, I'd like a mule, then we can be persuaded. But seriously, if you have any ideas for art, we've got pirate art on the calendar now. We made a promise 2 years ago on this channel about having more guests,
Yes.
And over the last 2 years, I feel like we've had guests.
Yeah.
So just imagine what this abstention.
We have had more guests this year than last
I'd like to
year.
have some different guests in the upcoming year too. Maybe some repeats.
Yeah.
We'll get our pastor in here this year, maybe.
I highly doubt that.
But he's like the reason for the season, reason for the channel.
I thought Jesus was the reason for the season.
Different season. We're past Christmas season. It's New Year's season.
Oh, and our pastor is the reason?
Our pastor is the reason for the season.
For New Year's?
Well, I mean, do you have a better candidate? Like who stands out as like New Year's?
The New Year's baby.
I'm just making up mascots.
What?
Although we could. Friar Tuck.
There is a New Year's baby. Like that is... I didn't make up that mascot.
No one has heard of the New Year's baby.
What? It's a thing.
I don't think it is.
It was in Fairly Odd Parents even.
Because it was in a cartoon about a kid who has fairy godparents, you think it's a real thing?
It is a real thing.
But like your reason why it's real. Okay, this guy's humongous. Friar Tuck is gonna eat this normal person. I like how he has a fade too, so he's like a Gen Z millennial. Gen Z
Gen Z millennial.
He's like a Gen Z Friar Tuck. Why is he so big?
Because this drawing is in 3D.
Oh. Nice job on making that arm. By the way. Both of them. My little hands are pretty. The guy with his arm by his side, his hand, I can't see all of his fingers, so I'm just going to guess they're not all there. There's like pieces of some of them.
Mm-hmm.
3D drawing, though, huh?
Yep.
I thought 3D was like taboo for this channel. Only on Easter, and even then, it shouldn't be done. Dude, he has such cool pants that are...
No, those aren't pants.
What are they? What is it? Armor. Groin armor. Or maybe it's around the waist. Waist armor. What are those? That's, come on, man. That trend is so old.
There's a trend?
You know, where you'd point at someone's pants and you'd say, what are those?
I've never heard such a trend.
People would do it in school, and people had uncool pants on.
I think before I have him answer, I'm gonna like
We're all wondering.
draw more of a background.
So 3D. You're going for more 3D.
Yeah, it's just like a 3D drawing.
What part of the body is that clothing on? Just so I can start to try to guess as to what they are. Kind of just looks like he's tied some cardboard around his waist.
What part of the body? Well, this is his chest, and these are his shorts. So that would be the in-between, known as the stomach.
Oh. Like the belly. The tummy.
Yeah, or, as some might call it, the abs.
Is that... What is that? Is that a mountain? Is that a pyramid?
No, it's a road.
A road. A 3D road.
Yeah, 3D road.
Because for a second there, I thought it was something other than 3D.
What else would it be?
Like a perspective road.
Oh, no, I'm not drawing perspective.
Yeah, not this year. You're abstaining from perspective.
Yeah. No, this is a perfect, this is just normal 3D.
And he's not, Friar Tuck isn't, he's not, bigger. He's just in the 3D space nearer.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah. Which isn't perspective.
So from our point of view, he looks bigger.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, my.
And
It's
this is
an
like
A-frame. I haven't seen one of those outside the 70s.
Yeah, it's like a weirdly shaped building.
Kind of shaped like a megaphone. I bet they sell megaphone. If you've made it this far in the video too, you can let us know what are you going to abstain from. You've had 50-ish minutes to think about it. I'm sure you've come to the conclusion that you need to be abstaining from something. Maybe it's us.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you're like, my life could use less poor artists. You know,
it would be.
I've got two.
It would be wise.
We highly recommend abstaining from poor artists like us.
Yes, not from doing poor art yourself.
No, you got to do real art. Maybe we've inspired you. You're like, I've learned all I can. Maybe you're like Lincoln. You know, and you're like, I'm ready to branch out on my own. Or maybe you still need some tutelage in the 3D arts.
Yeah.
Your drawing is making me dizzy. It's like watching Inception. Like, it looks like they're standing on the wall, or the wall is curving. Like is anybody else looking at this and it's starting to spin?
It's just what 3D art looks like.
Are you gonna explain what happened to Gen Z Friar Tuck's hair?
What? No, that's just his hair.
Is he
Wait, that was
balding?
that was a choice.
Oh, the choice.
Yeah.
And then with all the things I see, all the haircuts that I imagine weren't accidents, I like to assume when I see a young person and they have a haircut that's just the worst,
Yeah.
that it was just, their parents had a coupon to Supercuts.
Right.
Or, their blind, one-eyed grandma. Blind is bad enough, but when you're blind and one-eyed, can't do it.
What can't you do?
Cut hair.
Oh yeah.
I assume, there was an accident involved.
This
That could be
is
a
gonna
trendy
have
thing, couldn't it?
Circle windows.
So it almost looks like a person.
You don't see.
Oh,
circle,
it's a cat.
You
A
don't see
dead cat.
You don't see circle windows very often.
You don't, because of can't make shades for them. If you have circle windows, you're probably rich.
Probably.
I feel dizzy, like I'm falling out of my chair. You know?
Yeah, because of the 3D-ness.
Also,
Like,
do we get to know what those are yet?
right now, these. I mean, I'm sure eagle-eyed viewers have been thinking through all the possible puns.
I think I know what they are. But they're gross. They're what I think they are. Oh, they're my new... They're abstentions.
Yes, like extension for your abs.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Abstentions.
I think these are real. You know?
Like you could
Like you
wear something that like gives you abs.
Like you put your shirt over it and people are like, look at that guy, he's got abs.
Oh yeah, there's yeah, like
12 of them.
Like obviously they're real in like superhero movies and stuff. Like they'll like build in abs into the costumes.
Yeah.
So that like even if the actor has a six pack, they don't always.
Where I think these are
six-pack.
different though is these go on the outside of the clothing.
Yeah, and they're like it's like a strap that goes all the way around.
Yeah, it's like a a WWE belt of abs.
Yeah, but of abs. And you're supposed to already have abs. Like these are just extensions.
Yeah. No, like I feel like if the guy in my drawing just went out to the store and purchased one of these, it would ease a lot of the tension in his relationship with Matilda.
And if he really wanted a 12-pack, like this would make it possible.
You just double up, right? You got 6, you just buy 6 more, you got a dozen.
Yep.
A dozen abs. I worry for him a bit.
Who, the guy with the abstentions?
Yeah.
Or the other guy?
No, this guy.
Why?
I feel like he might be teased relentlessly.
Oh,
Mostly because it looks like a bird laid an egg in the middle of his head.
He's so cool. Look at that haircut. Look at those abstentions. Like, this guy's the talk of the town.
This is the kind of
Because
thing.
of how cool he is.
This is the kind of thing that like middle schoolers today would do. And all the other kids would be like, well, it looks stupid, so it must be cool.
Yeah. Because it's like, you wouldn't, if it wasn't cool, you wouldn't be doing that. Because it's clearly so uncool.
This is like one Timothy Chalamet outfit away from being cool. You know, like one Tom Holland. Tom Holland shows up to a premiere with a fried egg on his head and abstentions, and then every middle schooler.
Every single person.
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
I hate kids. No, I don't understand how trends can change so quickly, you know? It's like they've run out of... I think that's what it is. I think fashion, which we're going to fix one of these days with black and white fashion only. But I feel like they've run out of fashion, you know? Like they've recycled every in the last 10 years, they've recycled the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
They just quickly blew through it. And just they can't invent anything new. So they're just like, what's stupid looking now? What's stupid?
They just
Cut off half your hair.
They just take
Put an egg on your head. Abstentions. Pull your shorts up so high, but only the guys.
Because the thing is, now they're like taking things that were never cool, like fanny packs.
Never cool. Yeah.
Like fanny packs.
They're desperate.
They're like Oh no, fanny packs were like 80s or 70s or whatever, but they weren't. They weren't cool then.
I like how far guys have gone where, like, we used to get, like, not me and you, because we were Christian, but, like, our peers used to get in trouble for their pants sagging too much to see their underwear. Mm-hmm. Now guys get in trouble because their shorts are too short and you can see their underwear.
Yeah,
it's disturbing.
Crazy.
It's disturbing how far it's swung the other way. Fashion, man. I'm so glad we're not the two poor fashionistas like we originally discussed.
Yep.
You know?
Because all we would have, the whole channel would have just been t-shirt and jeans. If you wear anything else, you're dumb.
You're dumb, right? What is that? Buttons? Oh, no. What is that? We still would, I mean, there are just some natural rules that it still would have been black and white. You know? Yeah. But it would have been, like, do you look like a greaser? Okay, well, you've settled on the coolest fashion possible.
Yep.
Cruella de Vil would have been our spokeswoman. You know? Black and white.
Yep.
Maybe not fur. Fur is not. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it's going to swing next. You're going to see, like, middle school kids wearing, like, a fake dead fox around their neck.
But they're going to do it weirdly. Because like, that's the thing. Like, fanny packs were never cool.
No.
But, like, they're not wearing them. They're, like, stringing them around.
Yeah, they'll be wearing, like, you know how, like, in old movies they'd have, like, a dead mink around their neck?
Yeah.
This will be like, you like my new mink belt? And it'll just be, like, around their waist. You'll be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
It's so dumb.
Do you like my toad shoes? Just like their foot just stuck in a toad. Like,
well, that might be better than Crocs.
Much better than Crocs.
Crocs is another thing that was never cool.
No. What are you, like, a middle-aged gardener? Oh, no, these are the coolest shoes.
The reason that Crocs exist is because a movie...
I think it's because people needed to know who to pick on.
No, like, a movie was about a guy going to the future and everyone was dumb.
Oh, yeah.
And they asked the designer, like the costume designer, to have the dumbest looking shoes.
It's true.
And so they paid for the, like Crocs were like Kickstarters or whatever. I don't know if they were like officially like...
It was like a startup company.
Yeah, the startup company. And they started, like they paid the startup company for these shoes because they were the dumbest shoes the person could find.
Yeah, what is that movie called? Idiocracy?
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
Yeah. And like I've never seen the movie, but I know this is the story of Crocs. And so they're literally the worst shoes.
Yeah, like when a fashion designer set out, like a fashion person set out to make the worst shoes humanly possible, they settled on that.
And then for some reason, people just actually bought them.
That's what I mean, Ben. Fashion has degraded to such a level. That's why we stick with art.
Yes.
You know, ballpoint pen, black ink on paper. No perspective.
No perspective. Horses. No horses.
We are abstaining.
Yeah. Never again for this year, at least.
Abstain for a year. Now. You know. Like we said earlier, if you've got any drawing ideas for the next year, if you'd like to let us know what you're abstaining from, or what you think we should abstain from,
yeah,
we still got a couple of days.
Ideas. We could do more.
Once it's New Year's, it's too late.
Yeah.
You got to start early if you're really going to make it.
You can always restart your abstaining, but you can't add new abstainings.
No, you can't.
It doesn't even make sense. That'd be like adding a new resolution halfway through the year.
You have one chance a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the only time you can change.
Yep.
The only change
that's
of the new
how
year.
It works, right?
Yeah.
That is rough. So pick your abstentions carefully. Keep watching the two poor artists.
Unless that's what you're abstaining from.
Unless when we recommend it.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments.
Please. Yeah. Be like, sorry guys, I'm not going to be around for the next year.
Yeah. We'll see you in a year.
In a year, you know. Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.